Resident Evil, Saints Row, Grey Goo, and more on this episode of the Weekly Forecast, brought to you by the Alienware Area 51 Dota 2 Cup. Salutations Internet, Margaret here. This month has been rather slow for game releases, but things are picking up. First off, we have Resident Evil Remastered releasing on Tuesday, January 20th. This will be coming to PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC for $19.99. Remastered sports new features like 60 FPS at 1080p resolution on PS4 and Xbox One. Not only has it been stated that the game will run smoother, but they've also upgraded the graphics for characters, doors in black voids, and non-zombies. Enjoy the game with 5.1 surround sound and toggle between the original tank controls and a new control scheme that lets characters move in the direction you press on the analog stick. This isn't the only Resident Evil game Capcom has planned for next year. The first episode of Resident Evil Revelations 2 is scheduled for a February 17th release date. Moving on to the much anticipated Saints Row series, on Tuesday we also have Saints Row 4 Reelected and Saints Row Get Out of Hell. Saints Row 4 Reelected is the updated version of the game coming to the new-gen consoles, the PS4 and Xbox One, featured improved visuals and all of the DLCs for the title. You'll also have access to remote play with the PS Vita, streaming and recording, and voice commands. If you're of the PC Master Race mindset, you won't be seeing Reelected coming your way, but Saints Row Get Out of Hell will be. Alongside its PC launch, it will be releasing on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One on Tuesday. This will be a standalone expansion and will not require you to buy a copy of Saints Row 4. You'll play as either Johnny Gat or Kinsey Kensington. The premise? Basically, you fight through hell to save the president/god emperor of the universe and shoot up Satan. Once again, this weekly forecast is brought to you by the Alienware Area 51 Dota 2 Cup. Watch as 8 teams go head-to-head for $10,000 on twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit from January 20th to the 23rd. We'll have links in the About section below. On Friday, January 23rd, Petroglyph brings us Grey Goo. If you're like me and you've been waiting ages for a good RTS game to come out, this might just be what we're looking for. You have the option to play through as 3 different intelligent factions, the Beta, Humans, and Goo. Each faction is drawn to a remote world where they must do their best to take control of its resources. Something that interests me is that their development team is focusing on tactics over micromanagement. We'll have to see how that plays out. These aren't the only games releasing next week. We also have all of these games to look forward to. If you're curious about Citizens of Earth, we did a video covering the PC release a while ago. We'll drop you a link in the About section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on next week's forecast. Margaret signing off. Enjoy the game.